woman, and I know the reason why.
Hey family, it's me, the African Medicine Woman. I have been MIA for a while, doing a little bit of self-care. I have been through some transitional times in my life, but this is a start of me going to be more active on my YouTube channel, teaching you guys about healing and manifesting, hoodoo things, and a little bit of voodoo mixed with that. Today, I want to talk about femininity, okay? A lot of women have come to me about femininity. I have encountered a lot of women who lacks femininity. And do not get me wrong, I too lacked femininity in a point in time of my life. But this video is to touch on basics and things about femininity in the Black woman. I cannot speak about being a Caucasian woman, a Mexican woman, an Italian woman, a Latino, a Cuban, or whatever. I am a Black woman, African woman, because I know my roots, that I know that I derive from Africa. Know which way that you try to put it. But I come here to talk to you about the African American woman and femininity. Okay. I have come over trials and tribulations in my own femininity in my life. I'm 33. I will be 34 next week. Yay. But I wanted to come and talk to you guys, as I said before, about femininity in the Black woman. Okay. What is femininity? When you hear femininity, how does that make you feel? How does that stir up emotions in your body as a woman when you hear feminine, or you a female, or you're a woman? What does that word mean to you? Especially when a man is speaking those words to you, okay? And I'm gonna give you guys the dictionary term of femininity, okay? Femininity is the qualities or attributes regarded as characteristics of a woman, okay? And when we think of woman, most women think femininity is, their hair being pretty, having nails and lashes and makeup, and dressing in dresses and being pretty and cute, and, all of these things that make a woman, and having breasts and having a vagina. But femininity is definitely the energy that you carry. It is not the physical being, okay? Because there are a lot of women in America, African American women, who have the feminine appearance, but who harbors the masculine energy. And that's what's important, okay? That's what makes you a feminine woman. That what makes you attractive to your masculine counterparts. And a lot of women have questions and get love readings. I know I have a tarot sister who does a lot of love readings for a lot of people that also patronize my business. Not that she tells me your business, but I know that you guys patronize with her. And you guys do a lot of love readings. Do he love me? Is this going to work out? And, is he my soulmate? And this, and that. The question resides in, who are you as a feminine woman? Who are you as a woman? That's the question you should be asking a tarot reader. Because when you are defining your femininity and as a woman, you will know if a man is for you or not. Because you will be able to live truly and thoroughly in your femininity. And if a man does not allow you to live in your feminine energy, he is not the one for you. There is no need to get a reading. Is he the one? Okay? So I'm going to get deep down in that, okay? But I do want to break down being a woman with you guys, breaking down what carrying feminine energy is. Because just because you're a woman does not mean that you're feminine. You can be a woman walking around harboring masculine energy. I also want to break down what does it mean to be feminine and to be a Black woman and feminine. So let's just touch bases, okay? And I'm going to make this as cutthroat, as honest, and as pure as I can. And let me just say to advise watchers on my YouTube channel, on my business page, that I am the African medicine woman, but I am also human. Okay. I have also done the healing. I have also done the work. I have also done everything that I needed to do to be here in this place to heal and teach other people. So anything that is coming to me has been brought down to me as messages or downloads, as they say, from spirit, and I'm just teaching as a master student of what I know. And take my word for it, don't. But this is for the ladies who want to learn and who wants to heal from that masculine energy and get into their feminine. And do not get me wrong, being feminine does not mean that you shouldn't harbor any masculinity at all, because there is a point in time where you have to be masculine in your household for you and your family. But majority of the time when you have a masculine man in the home, you don't need to harbor that energy. It's not natural. It's not, it doesn't need to be present in the woman. Okay. So I want to break down when you bring up femininity or feminine or feminism. Okay. Bring it up to a man and he'll tell you, someone who listens, someone who's quiet, someone who's, genuine, someone who's gentle, who's soft, almost kind of like meek and mild, that describes a feminine woman. And let me say, a lot of women get offended when they hear that word, is because they harbor masculine energy. So when a man is telling you like, oh, you bitch too much, or you nag too much, or you complain too much, or you just don't know how to shut the F up and all of that, he's being completely true. I don't care if a man is healed or unhealed or whatever the case might be. He still harbors masculine energy. He is still going to be the man, and you still need to stand in your place as a feminine woman. And if you feel like that man does not elevate you as a feminine woman, that is your choice to leave. So women who sit here and stick around with men that they don't feel feminine with, that is your own issue and your own problem. It is not his issue. That is yours. Okay? So I want to touch on basis about the history of feminism. Okay? As you all know, our history as Black people, they say we started as slaves, which is not true. The first civilization of African people started in Kemet and Kush. Okay? And if you don't know where that is, that's where they say Egypt. As they try to say, the historians, it's not a part of Africa. Yes, it is. Egypt is in the middle of Africa. Okay? And when we had our dynasties, women stood their place. Even as fucking, excuse my French, pharaohs, queens, or whatever you want to call them, we were still feminine. We did not take away from the masculine men that protected and guided the kingdom. Okay? So do not get that twisted. Because a woman sits on her throne as queen does not make her masculine. She's feminine. Look at Queen Elizabeth. Okay? She's been reigning for years. She's 98 years old or 99, and she's still queen, and she's still a upholdable queen to her country. Not because she's masculine, but because she's feminine and she's a queen. She had to take the throne when her husband died. Okay? She knows her place in society. Okay? But she has advisors as well. Do not get it twisted. Let me get back to our culture. Okay? Let me get back to our African culture. Okay? In our dynasties, women held a place. Whether it was pharaoh, whether it was queen, or whatever you want to call her, we were still nurturers of the land. We were still women of the land. Our men were still warriors and fighters and protectors of the land. So if I rule the land like most feminine women do in their households, we rule the house, as most successful married women would say. Our men went out and fought for the home and protected the home and provided for the home. Okay? Any real man will tell you that the woman truly runs the home. But it is not your job to overmasculate your man to make him feel less than because you do. Knowing and owning your power as a feminine woman is understanding your place to be quiet when it is necessary. Okay? You don't have to belittle a man. You don't have to talk down on him to make him feel emasculated, to make you feel more powerful than him. Because without feminine, there is no masculine, and without masculine, there is no feminine. So back to our history, we have always been a balanced culture. The woman have always taken her place. The woman have always ran the home, and the man provided and protected and guided the home. What happened was Caucasian women started this abrupt reality of what a woman is and how a woman should be respected in society. We did not have that issue with our men in our black homes. Okay? This feminism fight, this feminist fight, this woman needs right, woman need this, woman need that. That was not our fight. That was the Caucasian woman's fight. We didn't have to fight with our men, even in slavery. Okay? Let's start from there, because a lot of y'all don't even understand Kemet and Cush and the Cushites and how they worked with their women and how they understood that woman was God and how the balance was where it needed to be. Let's talk about where the balance got fucked up at. And I'm being real and I'm being true. Excuse me, YouTube can block me or not, but I'm being true because I'm talking to my women of my color and my descent. Let's talk about where it got messed up at. The Caucasian women fought to be noticed to their men because it was the white man, his dog, and then his woman. The woman never mattered to him. Okay? And if you go back into slavery times and you look up on history and you see that the meanest slave owners was white women. Why? Because they realized that their men wanted that African feminine woman, that woman who cleaned his house, that woman who cooked and nurtured his children and nursed his children back to health. She fought, the Caucasian woman fought to have a place in her man's and husband's life as a feminine woman, like, look at me too. I matter. And what did black women do? African American women do? We jumped on that bandwagon and messed up the whole diaspora of what we had going on with our black men. And we oftentimes go back and we blame Caucasian white society of disrupting the homes, but we also allowed it to happen because we hop on bandwagons and fights with them that does not pertain to us. Even still to this day, we are joining in fights that don't even pertain to us as African American women and men. But this is about the women, not about the men, because I can't speak about men because I'm a woman through and through. I'm a feminine woman through and through. Okay? So, touching back on that history, we jumped on that bandwagon with these women to fight our men to hold a place in the house when we didn't realize that we were the power in the house. We nurtured the children, we cooked his food, and we cleaned his house. So when he came home, he had a place to call home, or somewhere where he can let his hat down, lay his hat down and be peaceful. And a lot of women today, they cringe and they turn their nose up at these type of things because society has taught them that you don't need a man for shit. But these are the same women who bitch and moan and cry about having a man in their life and can't find a good man. Why you can't find a good man, sis? Why? You got a house, you got a car, you got a crib, you make good money, you got a good education. Why you ain't got no good man? Why you ain't got no good man, sis? Because you a man. And that's how bluntly I'm going to put it. You a man. Okay? So, going back to the history and how we was taught as African American women, okay? Our families and ancestors before us, not slaves, but the ones in the generations in the Jim Crow and all of that, and abolitionists and all that, when the women had to fight for their rights, jumped on that bandwagon to fight for rights against men when we had a place in our homes with our men. Our men didn't treat us like shit. They didn't treat us second to dogs. They loved us. They fought for us. They died and got hung by trees to protect their fucking women and their children. That was not our fight. So now here we are in the 21st century. We all miscombobulated and fucked up because we say ain't no good men out here, but ain't no good women out here. Ain't no good feminine women out here. It's good women out here. She work hard and she pay her bills and she got a job and she got a car. She got an education. She a nurse. She works 70 hours a week. She do this. She do that. Tell me where a man fit in that. You want one so bad. Tell me where a man fit in that equation at. Because let me tell you something about being a feminine woman, honey, and dealing with men. Don't no man care how much money you make. They don't care how many cars you got, how nice your house look, how much you pay for it, what clothes you wearing, none of that. Because what a masculine man is deep rooted in his masculinity is looking for something that he can harbor on a day-to-day energy to fill up his home. And that's femininity. Yes, the balance needs to be there with a man. He needs to know how to come down and connect with his femininity, sure. But when he's out there in the world, y'all see my finger? I'm pointing. When he's out there in the world and he's busting his ass to work and pay them bills where you can live comfortable and take care of y'all children. Y'all heard me, y'all. Okay? What that man is looking for to come home to is a woman where he can bear his soul to. A woman that doesn't make him feel like shit because he missed dinner, because he had to work overtime. A woman that doesn't make him feel like shit because he ain't texting her 20 times a goddamn day because he working his ass off, making sure that the house is taken care of. Either you want a busy man or you want a motherfucker that's lazy and up your ass and ain't got shit. And that's just about as real as I'm going to get. Because it makes me angry. I heard women talk all the time and they lie to themselves about what type of men that they want. Most women out here who are out here to date and that want men are looking for a feminine man. Because they want to be the masculinity in the house. You meet a real man, as women say, I want a real man. Then you're going to have to sit in your place. Somebody got to be the feminine energy. And a real man is sure in the hell ain't going to be him. So I guess it's going to have to be you, sis, as they say, on period. It's going to have to be you. Okay? So while you sitting up here and you checking off this checklist of what you got and what you can bring to the table, a man that got his own everything don't give a damn about that. Okay? And let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to reevaluate yourselves as women. It's okay. And don't get me wrong. Oh, she's a woman basher. She don't care. Oh, she one of them docile women. Anybody who knows me, went to high school with me, that knows me in my life, know I takes care of everything in my house. But I cannot wait, okay, for the day that my masculine man comes to me where I can be feminine. Where I don't have to bear this weight on my shoulders. It's not meant for women to bear this kind of weight. We try, but that's why you're depressed and you're full of anxiety and you're full of insomnia. You can't sleep. You're fat. You're gaining weight and your hormones all out of whack. Because you out of balance with spirituality. You out of balance with the universe. And you trying to figure out why you need medication to go to sleep. Why you need alcohol to feel good. Why you need weed to ease your mind. Because you off balance. Having all these materialistic things don't make you a woman. Having your hair done like I got, having your nails done, your lashes done, and your lip gloss on, and titties, and whatever the case might be, does not make you a woman. In the physical sense, yes. But when you get with a man that is harboring masculine energy, what do you have to offer outside of that? You have to be able to offer him something he cannot get from nowhere else. And then women sit around and they talk about how Johnny married Keisha down the street and she ain't about shit and she ugly. How can he be with her? Keisha got something you ain't got. Femininity, sis. When that man is having a hard day, she his ear. When that man just got done from battling in the world for his family, she his shoulder. When he's trying to make a decision in his life and he can't figure out which way to go, he go to Keisha because Keisha is a listener, not a talker. Sometimes women think, I communicate with him. Most of the time, y'all talk to men. Y'all don't listen to men. Y'all talk to them. Y'all listen to respond instead of listening to understand. And that's where you fall flat at. Because sometimes a man just needs you to listen and not need you to respond. He just needs somebody to know, this is my baby. And if I tell her I'm having a bad day, I just need her to listen. And at that moment, he might not need you to respond. Because he going to figure it out. A real masculine man is going to figure it out. But he need his woman to be his pillow while he fights the world. And a lot of women have problems with that. Why y'all have problems with that? Let's dig deep down into what really goes on in society with Black women, African women in today's society. Okay? Our mothers, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, our aunties, and our cousins. We have been conditioned and raised by single Black women. That's a curse within itself. And when you raised by single Black women, what do they teach you? To be independent, to be strong, to go get it. You don't need a man for shit. And a nigga better have this, and that, and this, and that. Or I ain't fucking with him. And da-da-da-da-da. You already got the mentality of a masculine female. Because when you connect with spirit and you connect with yourself and the divine and the universe, you check yourself and realize that these things that I got don't matter to a real masculine man that's going to step into his throne and step into his crown to take care of me, his kids, and his family. Because a masculine man is going to come like that already. But we are raised and conditioned by Black women who are scorned, who are unhealed, who don't even have a successful marriage or relationship because they don't know how to be feminine women. So they teach us how to not be feminine women. How can your mama teach you to be a woman to a man and she ain't got one? Or if she always dipping and dabbing with different men here and there out of your whole life? You seen her with 3, 4, 5 different men. How can she tell you how to be a wife? How can she tell you to be a good woman? How can these women tell you anything and they have shit to show for their success when it comes to relationships? Why y'all listen to people like that? That's me waiting. You cannot. And I know you love your mama and you love your grandmama. And my mama was a strong woman and she took care of 5 kids by herself and worked 17 jobs. Well, I feel sorry for your mama. I feel sorry for my own mama that she had to deal with that. That she didn't seek a king to come and help relieve that. And that she wasn't strong enough to step her pride aside, to step into her femininity where a man could step in and be like, I got you. Because we as women have to understand that we block our own blessings from getting a good man. Because of how we was raised. But that's where healing comes into play. Healing your childhood traumas. Healing those childhood things we were taught by other Black women because we have been conditioned to believe that our black men ain't shit. And we fail to realize to take accountability for our own faults and our own actions and our own thoughts and our own minds. And that who we are as a feminine woman. Am I being the best woman that I could be? Am I being this? Because when you are the best woman, or when you living in your femininity and you are who you say you are, you attract different men. And I don't give a damn how you try to put it. Oh, I'm this and I'm that. Well, the men that you attract tells you what type of vibration that you're on. So that means if you meet a man that's feminine, showing a lot of feminine traits, he wants you to be his mama, and you taking care of him, and you working, and you paying him this bill, and you paying that bill, and you doing this, and you doing that. He driving your car. You got the masculine energy, sis. Ain't that what y'all say, sis? On period. You have the masculine energy. The man is the feminine, so you attract what you are. Now, when you become feminine and divine and you step into your power as a feminine woman and you align yourself the way nature's intended it to be, that's when you meet a masculine man that meets what you require. But until then, until you break the chains, as y'all say, generational curses of your past ancestors, and I ain't talking about slave ancestors, I'm talking about these mamas and grandmamas and great grandmamas. When you break the chains from them of being chastised and manipulated into believing that black men ain't shit and ain't no good men out here, and you gotta be strong and you gotta do this, you're gonna always fail in finding a masculine partner. Okay? And don't get me wrong, I'm saying this all out of love. I don't want to hold y'all too long, because I could go on and on and on and on and on and on. But I had to come say this, and I've been throwing it off for a while because I'm like, Spirit, this is going to rattle somebody's bones. But I don't care. Okay? Because I lived through it and I want it for myself. I'm all feminine, honey. And for people who have known me in my childhood and my teenagers, they know how I used to be masculine all the way. Because my mother is a masculine woman. Yeah, she might dress pretty in her heels and makeup and hair draping down and all of that, but she's all masculine on the inside. So she taught me how to be a masculine woman. My mother did not teach me how to be a feminine woman to my man. She did not teach me how to be in a successful relationship. How to stand my place on the side of my man, not behind him, on the side. And y'all always want to post memes about, women this and women that. And I'ma just use an example. Obama and Michelle. Every time you see Obama, Michelle is on his side. Because he know in order for me to rule the world, I gotta have a great queen on my side. And she reeks of femininity. She reeks it. So if y'all want an example of femininity, y'all need to start directing y'all vision to women who possess feminine energy. And a lot of women, I don't want no man to do this, and he gonna feel like I'm this, and y'all always got a complaint and a rebuttal about a man being a man because y'all still living in y'all masculine energy. You think I'm worried about my husband or my man paying the bills, and I'm not? I'm not even in the mind frame to think like, he's paying the bills and he gonna throw that in my face and have it over my head and all that. So that just explains what type of men are you attracted to that you have to worry about something like that. But I'm just the African medicine woman, also known as Tiara, okay? Y'all can hit that subscribe button, that like button, the share button, or whatever. Delete me, whatever. I don't care. But I had to come and say this, okay? I need my black women, my African American women to step their place into femininity, okay? It is time. The universe is pushing us back into normalcy. It is pushing us back into its original design. It is time for us to be more feminine, okay? And we always say, why black men always go to white women? They stay weak and they this. Or why they always go to Chinese women and all these other culture women? Why they always go to them? Because them bitches weak. They don't say shit. They let them get away with dirt. No, ma'am. They don't. What they have that we don't have is femininity. Because when a man is having a bad day, they cater. When a man is talking, they shut the fuck up. Lips closed. When their man is discussing something, they communicate in a way of femininity that they man understand. And like I said previously, sometimes a man talk not for you to respond, but for you to listen, to be his ear, his heart, and his soul. But black women, we gotta be the teacher, the mama, everything. Nah, nigga, you doing that wrong. Nah, nigga, you doing this. Nigga, you should be, nigga, you ain't doing this enough. Nigga, you and you. I see it all the time. So before you cast stones at why black men are reaching out to other cultural women, I'm not making any excuse for them, because I honestly believe a black man should be in love with a black woman, once he get the chance. But whoever he may chooses, it's not for the color of their skin. It's because of the feminine spirit that woman carries. A man is always gonna sought after a feminine woman. No matter if she's black, green, red, a dinosaur, or a cricket. She got feminine energy. And that's the energy a lot of black African women do not possess. So I'm coming to y'all as an African sister and a feminine sister. And like I said before, don't get me wrong, I harbor masculine when I need to. Okay? But when I have a man in my presence, I'm all feminine, baby. It's all feminine over here. So I need y'all to start healing yourselves and start getting back into the original design of what African culture is. Because if you don't, we'll never rise. The women are the teachers, the nurturers, and the birthing of nations. And without us, our nations are lost. Yes, men have a part in it, but we shape the reality in the path of our nation, because we give birth to both man and woman. We teach our children. So if you do not correct yourself now and step into your femininity, my sisters, we are going to forever be a lost culture. We are forever going to be asking why us? Why are men this? Why? Step into your femininity, okay? That's all I gotta say. I don't really want to keep touching on the same subjects because it kind of gets me riled up. But I love y'all. Share, like, comment, whatever, how y'all feel on this video. I really don't care. I'm doing my job and spirit guides me, and I do what they tell me to do. So here it is. I'm the African woman, the African medicine woman, and I'm sharing femininity. And if you guys need help with femininity, or how to heal it, or how to move forward in your femininity, inbox me. Find me on Facebook. I am my business name on Facebook and Instagram. I have a private group, the African medicine woman. I'm going to be touching on this now because Spirit has instructed me to heal the black woman into femininity because we need it, okay? And let me tell you something, sisters who's out here practicing hoodoo and voodoo and all of that, there's a place for your magic. You have to be aligned with the right energy as feminine to get the job done. So while you thinking you doing hoodoo and you doing voodoo and you doing all this, but you offline and you unscathed and all this other crap, and you just not aligned with spirit of who you need to be as a woman, you're going to fail every time. That's why there's male practitioners and women practitioners, because we do different things. And there's a balance with both. So pick. Either you want to be masculine or you want to be feminine, my sisters. I choose to be feminine. I want my husband. I want to stand my ground and stand my place with my husband by my side, and we rule our household together. So, sisters, reach out to me, ask questions. I'm out of here. This is almost 35 minutes. Y'all know my videos be 20 minutes long, but Like I said before, subscribe, like, share, comment, do whatever. I'm here for any questions. I'm also here for spiritual healing, healing you into your femininity. Okay. I'm located in the St. Louis, Missouri area. I am the African medicine woman. I love y'all guys. Peace.